Do you know how depressing it is to be staring at this and being like, I have to reload an old save? So, in case you missed the community post or the Discord, I missed last week's episode because I didn't. I recorded last week's episode, but the capture card crashed and lost me all this data. So, we have to go back to here, and I have to basically replay what I did because we want to capture it, which sucks because it means it won't be as genuine. I'll try and recreate, not like my reactions, because I think that's silly. I will maybe like recall what I like thought, or maybe have other thoughts occur to me at the time. So it'll basically be its own experience, but it's like, it kind of sucks that I'm not going into this part blind. It is what it is though. So yeah, we're going to be doing some replay. Basically though, what my plan is I'm going to kind of rush the most important steps through here, and then I'll reload in the where this save rather than like starting a whole new chain of saves, because I really liked like the builds I had started leading towards and everything here, so I'll just stick with that. I have a decent idea of where I was at the time, so I should be able to do that just fine. But for now, we gotta load here. All right, so as you recall, we are here. We're all set up. We're gonna go into the arena and we're gonna fight a boss. Like I was like 99% sure that was going to be the case, but it is absolutely the case. And yeah, we're gonna just jump right in. I guess when I did it, I considered having the set not be a part of it. I think I'll keep her, but I think no, I did keep her, and it's fine to keep her, but it's gonna be one of those things. It's kind of funny because like now that I know what like the fight is, like it's gonna make it a little easier to go through just because I know exactly what to expect. But I don't know. Knowing me, I'll still mess something up. So let's jump right in. All right, arena. I love the music so much.
アリーナに出たか。こういう時のお約束やと、対戦相手がババーンと出てきて。
Shouldn't say it, Kevin. You should have known.
Kevin?
Reese like, really?
偶然。俺のせいやないってば。たく、誰の仕業か知らんけど、あまりにお約束すぎるやろ。
そんなこと今はどうだっていいってば。来る。
Here we go. A victory once again. Wasn't so hard, was it? It's never that easy. It's an arena. Here we go again. Alright. There we go. Round 2. Couldn't possibly be anything more, right? I mean, that was pretty hard. Don't worry, Kevin. Bad things come in threes. Oh, the music. Look at this boy. Freaking terrifying.
これは何こいつ。甲冑の陣馬兵。
エステルちゃんたちが学園の地下で倒したとかいうからくりと同類みたいやな。
I didn't even recognize it because it's like a completely different color pattern, but yeah, it's the same anarchism that was down underneath the trying to stop the tower from being shut down.
まあいい。どうやらこいつでラストみたいや。ぶちのめして優勝したるわ。
What's worst about this fight is it's not alone. He has lots of friends. But I have friends too. Get him in here to set. Even though it makes no logistical sense. Because there's no one to pilot it. It looks fantastic. There we go. No bombs exploding in my face today. Might be able to finish it right here with the Heavenly Strike. Beautiful, as always. Feels like overkill, but that's fine. Yep, there we go, we got them both. Of course, naturally, I can't avoid one of them.
Oh, pitiful souls, may you rest in peace.
So I actually did a lot better my first time through that, I will admit. Which is interesting, because I didn't realize the 3 rounds thing, so I didn't have any of my board clears, so like taking care of the skulls was really annoying the first time. Yeah.
あれは
What sucks is I can't give you any of the speculation. I had some interesting ideas of who this was going to be. Well, I guess my ultimate land was
ひょっとして
Zin.
それが優勝商品とか
You know, winning in the arena, it made sense.
そうみたいやな。
Plus, there's a door that like talks that mentions Zin specifically. You know, like oh no, I guess that's not until now. Sorry, bit of a spoiler.
律儀っちゅうか、様式美にこだわるっちゅうか。
誰の仕業か知らないが
Again, I
無駄な
don't.
芸の細かさだな
Now I remember saying when you pointed that out, I was like, oh yeah, like that feels so intentional. Like it still like we're obviously playing into the hands of whoever's like in this place, and that really freaks me out. Like that's terrifying because it means that almost like our efforts are all in vain.
さてと、これで5個目の封印石や。一旦拠点に戻って中の人を解放するとしますか。
ああそうしよう
そんな石に入っていたなんて
All right, but there's a little bit more exploring we're gonna do before we go. Here it is.
汝
The
揺る
Fist
が
of
ざる
Steel.
巨漢の剣士我が元に引き連れよ
So I saw that door. I was like, oh, that's clearly for Zin. So I was like, okay, like I'm pretty confident I know who's in the stone. Let's unleash it, shall we? All right. There we go. The palace seal finally comes down. Yeah, who is it, Tina?
彼まで取り込まれていたとは。
真打ち登場といったところですね
Stars of the show. I was like, wait, what?
やっぱり知り合い
その通りや。一言で言うと、
Yeah.
黒髪の王子様ってとこかな。
He's also everyone's favorite black-haired princess. There he is. I was like, no! I couldn't believe it was Joshua. I was so sure it was gonna be Zin. And so to see him here of all people, I was like, it's so fun. It's interesting though. I genuinely thought, like, I'm pretty sure the last person we're gonna get is Estelle because she's the one we followed through the first 2 games, so it kind of makes sense they want to focus on everyone else. But since we spent so much time with Joshua in the first 2 games as well, I thought he was gonna be one of the last. Maybe not the last, but one of them.
エステル、一旦床に伏せて。
よしよ
And just that's like, yes!
しやお兄ちゃん
ジョゼット、それにティータまで。夢、いや構成現実の一種か。その可能性に思い至るんはさすがやね。残念やけど これは夢でも幻でもないで。
I don't know. It might be. It really might still be like all like we might all just be standing there slack-jawed with our eyes rolled in the backs of our skulls wherever we happen to be, and we're gonna snap back to reality at the end of all this, and it's gonna be like nothing happened. Everyone will say like, "Oh, we just saw a flash of bright light. And you were dazed for a little bit," and we're gonna like who knows?
ケビンさん、ユリアさんにミュラー少佐も。
It's like he's like saying, "I'm surprised so many of you see you here," but he like says their names.
一体これはどういう状況なんですか？
Yeah, long story, bro. Man, I'm glad to have you here, though.
さすがに今の説明だけでは納得できへんかな。
いえ、その逆です。現実の可能性も考えましたが、それだとそちらの方の存在が説明できなくなりますから。
I like this. This is the part where I was theorizing about how, like, it's interesting because he makes a good point here, which I guess I'll let him say now to kind of summarize my thoughts. Because I went on a bigger rant here, but he says it pretty well.
私の？
はい、失礼ですが、騎士団の方とお見受けしますが。
わかりますか？
ええ、ケビンさんの連れで宝剣を下げているとなれば、僕の名はヨシュア・ブライトと言います。
聖杯の重騎士リース・アルジェントです。どうやら我々の世界に馴染みのある方のようですね。ちょっとヨシア、どうしてその女がいるのが幻じゃないって証明になるのさ。この僕を差し置いて。
Oh, calm down.
そういえばそのバイザーは初めて見るかな。よく似合ってるけど、前に言っていた運送業の？
おかげさまで結構繁盛させてもらってるよ。じゃなくて、僕が本物なんて見ればすぐにわかるだろ。
Calm down.
現実の場合、登場するのは知り合いであることが多いんだ。
Yeah.
対象者が持つ知識やイメージを誘導し、操作する技術だからね。
So that's what I was saying. I was saying, like, I actually kind of came to that conclusion when he saw, especially because he pointed out Reese and said, like, because you're here. And I was like, yeah, because when you try and make a convincing illusion, you have two choices. You either want to make it so that they don't know anybody in the illusion, because then you don't have to worry about trying to recreate like the actual, like, the small details about someone whom they're familiar with, or you want to make illusions about people they trust because you can lull them into a sense of security. The easiest way to do that is that if you are somehow like entrapping them inside an illusion using their own mind and their own recollections, and everybody's going to appear as how they remember them, which, again, maybe there'd be tells to help you see that like that's not quite the way things are anymore. Like a good example of that would be, what if Estelle shows up, but she shows up in the outfit she wore in the first game, not the outfit she started wearing later, which would be an indication that this is like more of a way he remembers her rather than the way she actually is type of situation, and that could help clarify that. But my then ultimate conclusion, which I got to as I was like walking through this line of reasoning, was that this would work really well if it was a combination. What if there were an illusion that was being crafted by an outsider, right? So the outsider uses impressions from his own mind to recreate friends and people he trusts, but he doesn't dare try to impersonate somebody whom he trusts because that could be too risky. So instead, they try to be a different person, a new inventive character, whom seems to know the people whom the others seem familiar with, but who is new to Joshua. Then somebody from the outside could be an observer inside the illusion and even maybe try and prod conversations and topics to a certain direction, as a means of gathering information, which would be really interesting. Again, I'm pretty sure that there's some examples of that happening in other stories, but I really think it would be strangely effective. So it still could all just be a big lie, and Reese is actually like a disguised enemy, but I find that unlikely, especially considering how we were talking to and we're following Kevin, whom knows Reese. But if we were from Joshua's perspective, I would at first be relieved and then become more suspicious.
その点、そちらのリースさんは僕にとって完全に初対面。それでいて、十分すぎるほど複雑性のある背景を持っている。
That's true. If you were trying to be like a subtle addition to a recollection or a collection of recollections, you might not want to stand out as especially interesting.
そういう人がいる時点で現実にかかっている可能性は低いと判断できるんだ。
わかったよな。わか ないような。要するにそれって僕のことはよく知ってるから逆に証明にはならないってこと？
Just that.
まあそういう風にも言えるかな。
And she's like, okay.
ならばよし。
Oh my gosh.
ヨシワお兄ちゃん、本当にお久しぶりです。
ティータこそ元気そうで何よりだよ。半年ぶりかな。少し背も伸びたみたいだね。でもまさか君まで巻き込まれているなんて。
Yeah.
さすがにびっくりしただろ。
まだちょっと夢を見てるような気分かも。
It's also kind of crazy. Again, I mentioned it last time I recorded this, so I feel like I'm repeating myself a ton. But the idea, like, the hit keeps hitting me. It's like, not only was she, like, scooped up into all this, but she's one of the first that we encountered. That's kind of crazy.
あ、そうだ。そのエステルお姉ちゃんは。
Yep, the star of the show.
わからない。でも僕と一緒に白い光に巻き込まれたのは確かだと思う。
Yeah, so pretty confident we can assume she's here.
この影の国という場所に取り込まれた可能性は高そうだ。
そういえばお兄ちゃんたち今はどこを旅していたの？最近までエレボニアにいたのは手紙で教えてもらったけど。
I like this still, a bit of detail.
今はちょっと帝国と共和国の中間にある小さな自治州なんだけど。
Or were, yeah.
それ僕たちの山猫号もちょうどそのあたりの上空を飛んでいたんだけど。
And this is where I kind of came to the realization that there is a correlation, because at first I, like, beyond the like, so it's odd because I'm trying to find, like, groupings that make sense. One of the strongest ones is anyone who was involved directly in the events that took place on the Liberl arc. And that matches for everyone except for Reese, because Reese wasn't involved as far as we know. Not directly, at least. So, for some reason, she got brought in. Maybe we could just argue that she was just close to Kevin when this all started, and thus she got yanked in too by proximity, but I digress. The other part that was interesting is I was wondering, like, how far this effect of being able to scoop people up out of life really, like, reaches. And I thought, because I was like, you know, because it feels like at first it's all in Liberl, which would kind of make sense, especially if it was something directly related to the Liberl arc. But that's not entirely the case until you think about it. You're like, oh, well, like, if you think about it, everyone who wasn't in Liberl at the time was actually kind of close to it. Mueller was in the town closest to the border of Liberl. We also know that Cassette and the Capuas were flying back to Liberl and were over Crossbell at the time, which is apparently fairly close to the border. So what I thought about was, oh, wait a minute, was everybody within reach of the, like, orbital shutdown effect of the Liberl arc? Because maybe whatever the system is that's captured us in here, which we know is directly tied to the same technology that had the dark tetracycle towers, you know, that other dimensional plane for those, which was very similar to this setup here. Maybe everybody was within range of that area of effect, and that would make a much stronger case for the idea that it was like some type of after effect or aftershock of the Liberl arc that's involving us in all of this. And they clearly wanted to clear that up because they'll talk about that right here.
本当かい？何か関係があるのかな？
強いて言うならリベールからの距離だろう。
So what we think we don't know for sure in canon, but we might get clarification on later was it basically to confirm this theory, I would need to know, was Crossbell caught up in the orbital shutdown events? Like, were they also part of it? Because if so, then that reach would be perfectly make almost a perfect explanation.
自分たちも国境に一番近いパルム市に滞在していたからな。
そうだったんですか。
ケビン神父、仮にこの事態が何か強大な古代異物によって引き起こされたと仮定して、これほど広範囲にまで影響が及ぶことがあるものだろうか。
いや、さすがに無理やと思います。強いて言うなら輝く輪の動力停止現象くらいですか。
Yeah.
あれは帝国南部まで影響を及ぼしたそうですし。
なるほどな。そうすると七司法に匹敵する力が必要になるというわけか。
You know, and I had thought about this after, like, I'd done the recording session. So she's saying it would have to be something as powerful as one of the Septarians, but I would also argue, too, we don't know where the Space Septarian went, right? After the Liberl arc, like, it kind of just, like, whee, went away. What if that's just what we're involved in right now? What if that's literally what this is? It would explain the range of the effect, the fact that we're in this extra-dimensional space, which that Septarian was the Space Septarian. Like, all of it kind of lines up, and heck, it might even explain why it might be holding a weird kind of pseudo-grudge against all of us, because it was bonded to Weissman for a little while, and so maybe it's, like, linked to us, and maybe that also would explain why it's been able to do some kind of weird pseudo-resurrection of Leon, because, you know, of his connection to Weissman and Weissman's connection to the Septarian. So I think that the Septarian is directly involved. I think that's basically what we're inside of right now.
考えてみれば、輝く輪はどこかに消えてしまったはず。
ひょっとして。
Yeah, I think so.
確かにその可能性はあるでしょう。ですが、それだけでは説明できへんことがあまりに多すぎるのも確かです。
敵。そして異界化した王とか。
加えて悪魔の実体化や属性の影響の変化などもあります。
Yeah.
そのあたりが説明できるまで結論は急がない方がいいかと。
確かに。
しかしそうなるとまずは異界化した王との謎を解明するのが先決のようですね。
Agreed.
ああ、その通りや。エステルちゃんのことが心配やとは思うけど、君も協力してもらえるかな。
もとよりそのつもりです。
Of course.
みんなが巻き込まれている以上人事ではいられませんし、何よりエステルを探すにはケビンさんたちに協力するのが一番の近道のようですから。
ヨシュアお兄ちゃん、ま、仕方ないか。
よっしゃ、改めてよろしく頼むで。
準備を整えたら再びオートに向かいましょう。ヨシュアさんが解放されたことで何か変化があったかもしれません。
Oh, yes.
了解しました。
Alright, so, obviously we're taking Joshua Boy. And we're saying goodbye to you. Because we're taking Julia, because we're going to the palace. She deserves to go. Now, I'm not going to touch anything here because I have a different idea, so hold on for a second. Yeah, we have our team. So basically, I just did all the busy work after this point where I was buying gear and making sure everyone was equipped properly, including our orbals. Some of the biggest changes are I switched up our healing. I gave Kevin a lot more focus on the space element stuff, just giving him a lot of these like Clock Down and Shadow Spear, Hellgate, White Gehenna. Basically, I made him more of an attack build. That will, because a lot of things right now are weak to the time stuff, so I thought it would be fun to focus on that. I got Reese kind of on healing right now. It means she's not nearly as like impactful as Kevin was, but she's got like what I consider the most essentials, which is fine. Joshua, again, he's kind of more of a build where I'm giving him, he can be a decent caster, but for the minute I'm having him focus primarily on being an attacker, a striker. Including giving him Petrify, which I think is a really fun, like status to drop on things since he hits a lot. And then we have Julia here, who again, she's kind of on the same philosophy as Joshua, just like the downgraded version. Just has some coverage, but mostly focusing on her just being a striker, having Eagle Eye up. The other thing we have, I believe, where do we check that? Oh, it is here, support. So we have all the different supporters, but here, Josette, like, she is going to have, like, the increased drop rates, Sephiroth gain, and, like, defense down, which is interesting, so she makes it easier for us to get hurt, but she also makes it so that we can, you know, be more effective and be more able to gather more materials. So I feel like the more that she's up and the more often that we harvest using her and her talents, the better off we're going to be. So that'll be really good to have on deck because she makes drops better and Steph's gain drop. And someone mentioned in a comment, because I said like, oh, what could be really fun is letting her do her like steal ability to try and harvest materials from a particular person. So say we like, oh, there's like a rare material or something that we want off of a certain like enemy. I could have her like do the steal to guarantee that we increase our odds of getting something. And someone said that like they're like I'm not sure if it's bugged, but unfortunately, when you do that, you just get them one of the most, you get like the common drop. You don't get any like the rare drops, and it doesn't actually add to the pool. It just like guarantees that you get that item at the end for your like item drop of that encounter. So like it's almost like the one thing that I felt like would be a really fun gimmick isn't even working the way it probably should. So the best I can do with her right now is put her in support, and then maybe switch her up with Mueller as a support when we go into a big tough fight, just so we can get that speed up. Like someone pointed out, speed is king. I remember I went around and I talked to people and like looked for anything new to discover, and I don't remember there being anything of note. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the stuff. I'm trying to remember if there was anything I need to explore afterwards. I guess I did, so it won't be too big unless I missed a chest. But we're just gonna go right back to the we're gonna go right back to the palace. All right, into the palace we go. God, so creepy. Oh, that's right. I went on a terrifying and beautiful rant about this next part. Oh, man.
なんちゅうか、ゾクゾクさせてくれるやん。
古いお城みたいだから雰囲気は十分。
It feels like it's right out of a horror movie.
少し演出過剰な気もするけど。
こうしてはいられない。ケビン神父。
ええ、わかってます。それじゃ。
Oh, I clicked interrupted. I'm sorry. So listen to this music. It's the same Castle Gransel song, the music, but it's been shifted down, and it's been down pitched, and it's been like the key's been changed. So it's like it's a beautiful effect of music where you can take a key change can often make the tone feel completely different. And this is just a general shift down that just makes things seem creepy. So it's taking this familiar music and just making it horrifying, and I love it. It's so cool and disconcerting. Disconcerting is definitely the word.
やっぱり人の気配はありませんね。
いや、そうでもなさそうや。
気をつけて。集まってきています。
They are gathering. Here we go.
早速のお出迎えか。
女神よ、この迷える魂たちに安らぎを与えたまえ。
God, it's so creepy. It's a cake.
まさかこんな。
Of course it isn't.
城にいた者たちは。
とりあえず城の中を調べてみましょう。何か手がかりが見つかるかもしれへんですし。
ああ。謁見の間、親衛隊詰所、地下区画、そして女王宮。
So the throne room, royal guard, royal keep, and the sealed area.
一通り回る必要がありそうだ。
Alright. Now we go to the terminal, activate. Alright, so now start searching some of the side rooms. Basically, I'm going to go through and try and get all the chests that I opened, just so we can read all the messages together. And then, because I basically was avoiding like bigger rooms as much as possible to try and preserve like activities. So hopefully you won't feel like you've missed anything. Alright, repellent dish. An infinite number of parallel universes, I have more treasure to give you. Just not in this one though. The infinite loaded saves. And we also give to this door. Treasury doors are locked. For now. Terra Balm. If you had a good meal in you, got weapons you polished, and taken a bath? No, you haven't taken a bath. It's true though. Like how are we supposed to take a bath here? Alright, and the kitchen. Queenly cookie. Found a scrap of paper with a recipe written on it. Learned the recipe queenly cookie, which I remember I liked a lot. This is a nice chest. It's also a haiku. Chest, 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 chest. I liked that a lot too. Fluffy crepe. 8 out of 36. I shall wait your answer at midnight. From my heart to yours, Jubilee. Not sure what that was. Okay, we go to Queenly Cookie. No, that's in healing. Queenly Cookie, strength 1750, area small. So just does a big boost of strength. Looks like the Queen's crown drives away the unworthy. This sounds fun. A shield too. What were you hoping to find? One of the Septarians? Wouldn't that have been lovely? A Terror Balm. How many chests could a chest cracker check? Check if a chest cracker could check chests. Not bad. I think I read it better the first time. And this, if I recall, I'm gonna double check, but I'm pretty sure this is where I realized that the capture had failed. Now, I was able to get through this a lot faster because I didn't spend as much time being meticulous and picking as many fights, but even sprinting here as fast as I could, this has been over an hour recording. It was a long time to lose, but I definitely made double time here. But let me double check to see. So we come to Castle Library. Yeah, that's definitely where we are now. So, gonna load into that game. We're gonna be back where I was last time. So now everything will be new from here on out. You haven't missed anything. Now, as far as makeups go, it should be basically the same. I can't think of anything different. In hindsight, what I might decide to do is instead of have Kevin be the super like crazy strong with like the time magic, I might upgrade Joshua a bit and make him really a strong attacker with magic, and get Kevin back on healing. They both have a time crystal like base, so it makes it a bit tougher for me to want to do that. But here we are for this chest. Pearl earring. 3 out of 36. At best, most choose to describe its features as simple terms. A dark cherry red wood frame with a steel that was painstakingly etched end to end with flore. With a flourish, maybe? Okay, so what was that? Pearl earring prevents seal. Okay. I'll give that to there. Okay. So now we are basically caught up. There's nothing else that we should have missed, or if I did, it was fairly minor. We'll live, I guess I'll say. All right. Did you see I had a double strike attack and for that first round, but we don't get it because of stupid game. And I didn't mention this, but I love that he does poison with that. That's based on his strike, not with what I've equipped him with. He still has the petrify on him. So technically, there's a chance you roll that where it's either poison or petrify. Though it's not going to be nearly as common, obviously. All right. Here's the throne. Here's the chest. Glam choker +1. 13 out of 34. 36. Before I fell into such a state, its owner was known far and wide, even before the Orbital Revolution. He was a carpenter of unparalleled skill, and he was frequently commissioned to bring to life all manner of things. Now, behind the throne room is another chamber, right? Maybe we have to open it from the Queen's room. That might be the case there. So, all right. So, Glam Choker Plus. What is that? Prevents mute. Special necklace diverts the effects of anti-sept. Okay. So prevents mute, and it gives arts defense and speed up. I kind of like that. Alright. A Zerum powder. There's a crab in there. You stole a toe, you monster. It's a hermit chest crab.
My master.
Ooh, Reese learned 1,000 sparrows. What is that? What is that? Is that a ability? Okay, 1,000 sparrows. It's a craft. All right, so we'll find out in a fight what that does. But that sounds fun. She's gonna go like evil Disney princess on them. What are you doing manning the bar back there? That's not where you're supposed to be. Oh, no! We gotta reload. I did not mean to click that. That sucks. Man, I just can't stop myself from messing this stuff up, can I? I did it again! Why do I hate myself so much? Why? Why? I can't believe it. It's the same reason, too. The same reason. What the fetch is this fight? Oh, fetch me. Oh. Okay. You drop lots of Sephiroth. Okay, so we got a plan here, okay? I got a plan. Because they're going so late. Oh, this actually, maybe all my stupidity is gonna work in my favor. Okay, go for it. God, feels like such overkill. Such overkill. Yeah, got him. Maybe I should have saved you for later, but... Bam. Think we'll get the cap with the Sephiroth here. Woo! Look at that. Bloody meatballs, that's disgusting. Okay. But we're gonna save. I don't want to lose that. Because I'm a freaking idiot, apparently. Okay. Now, the CP being down, unfortunate. I think we'll have him recover over time. I also could let Kevin and Reese boost him back, so we can do that. That'll probably be fine. Okay. Now let's not run away from the bar fight. Because like an idiot. But maybe, just maybe, I've redeemed myself a bit. Just a tiny bit. I'm still an idiot. I'm still such an idiot. I can't believe that. Because all I wanted to do is say, oh, I don't want her to attack this round. I want her to move. But I see run, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want her to run. I did it twice. I did it twice. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I'm so dumb. There we go. 1,000 sparrows. She learned it again. We're basically back where we were when we lost our minds. There's not even anything up here. All right. Well, I think we've explored the majority of the entire palace. Time for the roof. Oh. What the? Is that Gilbert? Why is he here? It's also the weirdest thing that we're having. This is the first person we found who wasn't in a crystal. What the?
人の声。
無事やった者がおるんか。
急ぎましょう。
What the heck? What is happening? Well, we're gonna go around here first. Not an idiot. Oh, a door.
汝、琥珀の光をたたえし少年。決意を固めし姫と共に我が元に引き連れよ。
So this is a
さすれ
Joshua.
ば扉を開かん。
So this is a Joshua and Best Girl door. Very cool. That means we're getting Best Girl probably here. But again, it's throwing me for a loop on who we get when. And then disappear. Oh, come on. I was like, disappear, he won't explode on me. That's not fair. That's stupid. Okay. Gonna save. I'm so terrified now. I'm terrified of myself. Oh. Can we just let him explode?
どうしてこんなことに。
What did you do to deserve it? I wonder.
来るな。頼むから来ないでください。
なんだあれは。
そっか。すっかり忘れとったわ。
私も。
I hadn't, sadly.
でも、巻き込まれていてもおかしくない状況だったかも。
そうやな。
Is he actually gonna join our team? I guarantee you, I'm never taking him with me anywhere.
まあいい。聞きたいこともあるし、とりあえず助けたるか。
Why? Just let him explode.
そこまでや。
未練があるなら私たちがお相手しましょう。
貴様らは、いや、あなた様方は。
話は後や。まずはこいつらを追い払う。
私たちの足だけは引っ張らないでください。
Is he gonna be a helpless addition to this fight? Considering how often he fights fights us. All right, what are we gonna do here? Also, Joshua's now our bomb handling expert because he apparently doesn't get hit with damage because his defense is high enough.
助かった。ありがとう。君たちは命の恩人だ。
He's got that face. Oh, snap!
さて質問の時間です。ユリア大尉。
ギルバートと言ったか。どうして君がここにいる？オートの異変について何か知っていることはあるか？
何かって。
You gotta understand, Julie. I understand we want to ask him just because the off chance he might have learned something interesting, but he's useless. Even to Ouroboros. Even when he's been in, like, the best positions he can ever be in where he had information to barter with, he's had nothing useful, purposefully.
気がついたら、鳩場で目を覚ましてて。
But yeah, that's weird. Like, that kind of implies he got roped in with us, right? But we were taken to a very specific place to fight very specific enemies. He was abandoned basically right where he had been found. Like the device had activated and whoever's in charge of all of the shenanigans literally didn't even notice him. Which makes sense. But the fact that he then stays at the port starts leading credence to the idea that perhaps we're actually in the capital. That the capital has been put into some weird flux state, which I'm still not convinced is the case because it feels so bizarre for that to happen, but he's providing evidence that it might be.
町に人はいないし、変な甲冑の化け物みたいなのが通りをうろついてるし、それで逃げ回ってたら、この城にたどり着いて。
How'd you get inside?
なるほど。俺らと違って拠点の方には飛ばされなかったわけやな。しかし目を覚ましたらすでに町がおかしくなってたか。せめてイカイカする現場でも目撃しててほしかったんやけど。
勝手なことを。
ギルバート、あなたに一つ聞いておきたい。
Hey, Joshua.
見食らう蛇はこの件に関与しているのか？
ヨシュア・ブライト。結社が関係しているはずがないだろう。なんと言ってもこの僕が何も知らないというのが何よりの証拠さ。
Joshua, point out he's the last he would know. Of course he doesn't.
何の証拠にもなっていないような。
Exactly. Like, the more we talk to him, the more it becomes, the easier it is to tell us this is useless.
ケビン、彼をどうします？
Throw him in the lake.
武装解除して拘束しますか？
That works.
いや、それには及ばんやろ。何も知らへんみたいやし、足手まといになるだけや。
了解。こちらの用は以上です。どこへなりと消えるといいでしょう。
Agreed.
このどこまで僕をバカに。覚えてろよ。この異常な場所から抜け出す方法を見つけてもお前たちには教えてやるもんか。未来永劫さまようがいいさ。
We really should have tied him up. He's just gonna become annoying in the future. He's gonna do something.
微妙に心配だな。
I know, right?
一人にして何か問題を起こさなければいいのだが。
He absolutely will.
大丈夫ですやろ。あの兄さんにそこまで大それたことが起こせるとも思えへんですし。
余計な手間を取られてしまいました。城の探索を続けましょう。
Well, that was interesting. All right, let's go explore the rest of this rooftop area, and then we're gonna go check in on the queen. Oh, there's a chest here and a skull. All right, Terrabomb. What are you still doing here? You're a priest for Adios' sake. That's fair. Now, letting him go, bad decision in my book. He's gonna either get in the way of something in the future, we're gonna be kicking ourselves or letting him get escaped, or he's just gonna be rescued again and again and again. Either way, I don't think it's a good idea that we let him go. Okay, I think we're pretty much set. I imagine there'll be another like save point, like a pillar in front of actual boss fight. There is one in here, so. Well, there's probably a mini boss. I'm sure there's a mini boss out on the balcony for us, but an actual boss, not so sure. Haze. Oh, fetch, yeah. You're really opening up to new possibilities. Oh, that's so good. Haze, I love Haze. All right, who is slapping that on? Julia. Definitely putting on Julia. Yes. No more charging enemies. We can attack them from the perfect angle every time. Perfect. All right, and how are we doing on that? So 147, 146 technically, but we haven't fled from anything in, you know, the canon route, the world line that we're on. We're good. Disregard the idiot lines that we passed. A little too empty in here. My queen. Hello. Okay, something's happening. Oh, we'll bet you. Well, how much you want to bet we're gonna fight like resurrected Lowell? Since Lowell, because this is where he fought like people last time. Oh, what the fetch is that? It's a.
ここまで来てくれました。
Who are you?
あなた方にこれを託します。
She's not Reese's older sister, is she? The hair looks kind of similar.
どうか私の
That's really weird.
今のは
Yeah. Alright, ghosts apparently are real.
亡霊いやあの雰囲気はどこかで
Could have been the queen, maybe the queen being younger.
どうやらただの霊ではなさそうですね。
That was weird. Treasury key. Okay. So the treasury... Is that the one behind the throne, or is that the one in the basement? I should remember that, because we were like just there. But I can't recall. So, time for us to go down. The doors were unlocked. Right. Okay. Do another safety save for the sake of my own sanity. Oh, yeah.
これはエレベーターですか？
Right. Big secret here.
ああ地下500アージュにある遺跡に降りるためのものだが妙だな。
ええ、確かに。
Yeah, because I don't think this was here, right? This is like in the place behind the throne room.
何か違和感が？
俺、初めてリベール来た時、ユリアさんにこの場所に案内してもらったんやけど、そん時はこの部屋、こんな風に散らかっていなかったはずなんや。
So it was just like better kept. This is back kind of when it was first set up.
ああ私が知る限りここはきちんと整理されてから施錠されていたはずだ。というよりもこの雰囲気はまるで
This was the during the coup.
クーデター事件があった時のまま。
He even said it.
確かにそんな印象を受けますね。
ああ私も同じ印象だ。
時間が戻った。そうおっしゃりたいのですか？
That doesn't make any sense unless they said the time septarian.
いやいくらなんでもそれはありえないだろう。
Which again, that would actually explain things. Remember, I even mentioned how like this. So the space septarian was the one that was involved in the Liberl arc, and I mentioned that this could be the time septarian involved at work. It's odd that there'd be two septarians in one place, but time and relative dimensions in space, you know, TARDISes. Place is bigger on the inside, outside of time. The flash of light going off, but it's actually just ripped us from time, so we're gonna go back to exactly where we were, and nothing will change at all. Everyone's gonna be like, "What was that light about?"
た
Yeah.
だの勘違いならいいんだが。
いずれにせよ、あの亡霊の導きを信じるなら、先に進むしかなさそうや。覚悟を決めて、地下に降りるとしますか。
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what happens here, huh? Activate the elevator? Yes. God, it feels scary. And it's weird. Why is the elevator working? Everything we've come across that's been orbital based. I guess the phone technically worked, it just didn't do anything. So maybe I'm eating my words halfway through my own explanation. Alright. Dang. Being here again. Yeah, this is something, huh? This was the construction of the rebellion, attempting to circumvent the Liberl. This is what the rebel forces were able to pull together. This is probably like a poor man's like
ここを
superstructure.
探索するとなると、それなりの準備が必要になりそうですね。
Oh no.
このまま進んでいいものか。
まずは遺跡の様子だけでも確かめといた方がいいでしょ
Okay.
う。どんな魔物が徘徊しとるか知れたもんやないですし。
確かに。もう少し先まで行ってみるとしようか。
Alright. That sounds like a plan. Go forward a little bit, and then retreat to the base. The elevators. Oh, this place sucks to navigate.
No.
But yeah, this isn't what we expected last time.
何か問題でも？
He's all shook up and changed.
問題も何も。
これは遺跡の構造が変わっている。
I think this is basically a screw you to the previous players of the game. Be like, you thought you'd be able to know your way.
ああ、間違いない。
Not that I could have remembered it. It was a big one.
この場所には最初の三叉路に通じる通路があったはずだ。なのにどうして？
勘違いではなさそうですね。
なるほど。そういうことか。
ええ。その可能性は高いでしょう。
What are you talking about?
おっと、ヨシア君も気づいたか。
The stone looked a little odd.
なら確実かもしれへんな。
二人とも何か気づいたのか？
Like, the stonework looks cracked and dated rather than being fresh. Because I remember when it came down, it looked pristine. And it also honestly, like, reminds me of, like, a blend of the Liberl in this.
いや、とりあえずこいつで下に降りましょう。その先に答えが待っているはずですわ。
そうか。
覚悟を決める必要がありそうですね。
Oh, we're gonna be doing a fight? Oh, maybe the idea was it's not gonna be the same. We're gonna go right to like the final fight. Sealed area bottom level. And so like, it's not gonna be a big maze before.
こんなに早く最下層に到着できるなんて。
It's a compressed space.
空間がねじ曲がっている。
いや、それだけやと遺跡の構造そのものが変わった理由にはならへん。とにかく何かが待っているはずや。
Yeah, something or
わか
someone.
った。
万全の体制を整えた方が良さそうですね。
Alright, I thought we were gonna stop because it was like saying, oh, we'll go back to the thing. I was like, yeah, we're gonna do that. No. Let's see what this is. How much you want to bet there's a pillar console here? No? Okay. Kind of confused. I genuinely thought there would be one. Oh, there it is. Okay, yep, we're definitely at a final boss fight. Alright, so I'm gonna do a couple change ups here. Support. Going to Mueller. Now, I could try and synthesize some more quartz. I'm not sure if there's much I would want to get right now, but let's check out gear and make sure we're as stocked up as we can be. Alright, 2 sets of boots, maybe. Okay. Spend some monies. Okay. I think we're all set. Beyond like just like really going for the horrible stuff, but I think we're okay. Boss fight time. Am I ready? Probably not.
ケビン、
Yeah, I know.
ああ、またあの匂いやな。
Yeah, it's another devil.
棺のような悪魔が出現した時の匂いか。
どこだ？
この匂いに気づくか。
Who are you?
さすがは教会の犬。随分と鼻が利くこ
It
と
really
だ。
feels like Weissman, doesn't it?
誰や！
It really does feel like it's Weissman behind that.
何者？
ようやくのお出ましか。あんたが黒騎士の言ってた。
Look at you!
そうだな。この影の国を全ているという意味では、まさにその通りであろうな。
Look at his fingernails. Gross.
私のことは影の王とでも呼ぶがいい。
影の。
その名の由来は
It's
聖
interesting.
典には存在していないはず。
His text is orange too.
そうであろう。リース・アルジェント。
私のことまで。
よっぽど念入りに探りを入れてたみたいやな。
挨拶はそのくらいにしてもらおう。影の王と言ったな。もし貴様がこの状況を引き起こした黒幕ならば、即刻
Shing.
王都を元に戻してもらおう。
Fixed it!
さもなくばこの場で切る。
そなたの要求はあまりに虚しく意味がない。敬愛の心も同すぎれば真実を捉える妨げとなろう。わかるかな、ユリア・シュバルツ。
Does he have specific lines for whoever's here?
やはりそういうことでしたか。
Oh?
僕たちが先ほどまでいたグランセルは全て偽物。
Good. Thank goodness for that.
いや、影の国の中に再現されたフェイクですね。
そんなことって。
しかしそれで一通りのことが説明できる。
Yeah, it does.
漆黒の大門に無人の街角。昔に巻き戻った部屋に構造すら変化している遺跡。
It's also interesting too, because if you think about it, it also could represent like a guy recreating Grand Soul from his mind, right? So the city itself was really pretty much up to snuff. Like everything looked exactly where it was. All the shops and everything was really accurate. Even the interior of the palace, very accurate to what it was. But as soon as we got down here, everything looked older. Like it kind of looked maybe like the entrance of the treasure room looked like it did back then. And then down here, it seemed all cobbled together. Almost more like down here was recreated from stories that were taken or pictures that were taken rather than the entire structure. So the person who constructed all of this, I feel like they, probably lived in or visited Grand Soul enough where they were very familiar with it. They'd been to the palace enough where they were familiar with it. They'd gone to the treasure room during the coup, but never gone down it. And they know what's down there, but only conceptually. So they basically built it the way they could. So we gotta try and think if there's any person whom we know who would meet those qualifications. And it could really be Weissman, because I don't think he ever went down the escalator, although he orchestrated all the events, and he definitely lived inside the capital for a long time. He might have even had a chance to look at the treasure room itself. I don't recall if we ever brought the professor there or not, but, when he was pretending to be them. But that could check out.
そうやな、ヨシャ君。
え？
やれやれ、そなたは優等生すぎる。もう少し可愛げがあった方が私としては楽しめるのだがな。
あなたの娯楽に興味はない。興味があるのはエステルの安否だけだ。
分かっているさ。だが愛する心もまた強すぎれば真実を遠ざける。
If you had to sit here and he says that, like, would she be like, love?
違うかな。 ヨシュア・ブライト。
そうか。陛下と殿下は今も無事で。女神よ、あなたの慈悲に感謝します。
おやおや、何を安心している。そなたの案ずる者たちが無事だと誰が言ったのかな。
あ、
まさか。
この第二聖争における最後の宝物といったところか。
That's gonna be Chloe, isn't it?
そして無論宝物には試練がつきものだ。
Oh, here we go. It's a big boy. Oh, gross. Why are these things always so gross? What the fetch? Look at that thing.
これが
聖典に記された77の悪魔の一匹、煉獄を守る門番の一中にしてあまたの魔を従える軍団長、暴虐のロストルム。
何考えてんねん。こんなもん実体化させたら貴様もただでは済まへんぞ。
それを何とかするのがそなたらに与えられた役回りだ。さあ。
Lovely. Oh, I don't like this. And he's probably gonna have 3 rounds again. Oh, he's got minions too. Okay. Alright, so what are we gonna do here? Alright, first we're gonna see. So, Rostrum, one of the devils that guards Gehenna, slays foes with immense strength. It's weak to time. Interesting. And then it has this little Rostrum bugs that aren't weak to anything but, Mirage. A repulsive bug born from Rostrum's flesh has poison in it and healing liquid. Gross. Just gross. I can't see anything. Can I rotate the battlefield? I can't remember if I can do that. Okay, can I rotate? Oh, what'd I do? Gosh darn it. I'm trying to rotate the screen. I don't think I can. I almost broke it. Did I okay, it better not crash again. I'm gonna cry. Actual tears. Okay, round 1 done. Now step 2, and then probably step 3. Or not? What?
Not done yet.
So Blastia Devil is way harder. I don't believe this. I'm pretty sure there's something else coming. HP 3 though. That's nice.
むちゃくちゃ。
信じられない。追い返せたなんて。
それよりも。
Hello.
なかなかの見せ物だった。おひねりだ。受け取るがいい。
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be Chloe. Sealing Stone. Ours.
よかった、ユリアさん。
約束だけはきちんと守るみたいやな。
That is kind of surprising for an evil, maniacal, muhahaha type of villain.
単刀直入に聞く。あんたの狙いは何や。俺たちに何を望んでる。
ケビン・グラハム。あまり私を失望させないでほしいものだ。我が名は影。なればその真実もまた、そなたらの中にのみ存在する。
A shadow of something within our number. Well, that's probably going to be within Kevin then, because this guy, or oh wait, no, maybe it wasn't this guy. Somebody appeared on the ship, right? But I'm actually thinking the robes were different. Maybe it was something else.
わかるかな。
Who was that?
ケビン。
ざれ言。
What was that?
思わせぶりなこと言って茶を濁そうとしても無駄やで。
そう。我がことの葉はすべて戯れでできている。そなたがそう思うのならば、私はそういうものなのだろう。
Huh.
ざけんな。
Screw you. Oh, his mask has fallen off.
そうだな。いっそ影の王を改め、
Lord of
ざれ
nonsense.
言王と名乗るとしようか。
If I ever become a supervillain, I will become the Lord of Nonsense.
ざけんな言うてるやろ
Oh. Dang. Didn't expect that.
ケビン、どうしていきなり。
落ち着け。それこそ影や。
分け身いや、うつせみか。
戦いの最中にすり替わったのか。
よくぞ見破った。この第二聖層におけるそなたらの役目は終わりだ。いざ、白き翼を手に入れ、さらなる深淵へと挑むがいい。
Add the wings of white to your number and journey on deeper into the abyss with which you stand. The wings of white.
次なる開口を楽しみにしているぞ。
Wings of white. What could that be? Yeah.
芝居がかってやっちゃ。ああいう芸風は寒いだけやっちゅうねん。
ケビン。
さてと、新たな封印石も手に入ったことやし、一旦拠点に戻って、白き翼って言葉で、おおよそ見当がついたし。
Yeah, that's true.
ああ、そうしてもらえると助かる。
All right. Oh, look at that. Chapter 2, The Otherworldly Capital. That's the end. So, we're going to end things here for now. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that. That was interesting. That boss, okay. They sold the boss like it was a tough fight. And granted, it wasn't like easy, but I don't know. I don't feel like it was as hard as the last one. Again, we've leveled up since then and all of that, but still very strange. So, 99.999% sure that Chloe's inside the next one, which means we could open up that next door, which will be great. So next episode, we're going to jump into like whatever the next chapter is going to be, but it's probably going to be preluded by us opening the crystal for Chloe, opening up any doors we can with Chloe, which is going to at least be one, and then moving forward from there to seeing what's coming next. So that'll be exciting. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. And now that we're just getting more questions than answers, right? I'm spouting crazy theories, but I'm sure I just sound like a freaking nutcase for the majority of it. So we'll have to see how this all pans out. But I'm very excited as always. I'm loving it. Feel a lot better now that we've been able to kind of like recoup our losses from the last recording and been able to catch up and get something done. I feel a lot better, so I'm grateful for that. I'm happy to have you all here. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this wonderful experience, and thank you for the patrons and members who make this even more possible. Thanks for your support and for the actions you take to make this more enjoyable for me in the larger scope and scale of everything. You're wonderful. I appreciate you. And until next video, you're watching me have to see me in next. I'll see you there.